Today, from Oakland, California, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the home team taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 79 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And they give this time to the tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there. But sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you. But maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And this one too low.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes to play in his first half, 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jordan.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle, complete. That's Castro. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. The Dolphins seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. and they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. It's a pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Handoff comes to Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. He was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first... And the Rams got it! They bring him down! They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The gun now on 3rd down.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to